फक्त तू मला लिंक ह्याच्यावर टाक, डायरेक्ट ग्रुपवर टाकलीस तरी चालेल. Okay, so let us start with a new chapter today called as permutation combination. ठीक है. Chapter number कितना है permutation combination? Chapter number 5, permutation and combination. Okay. Now, as the name suggests, आता suppose we have been given a small group. Let's say a group of 10 students. From those 10 students, I have to select any 5 students. That is the criteria. So from those 5 students, 2 can be girls, rest can be boys. There is no condition given on this. Only they have told us that from a group of 10 students, select any 5 students. Okay, so this is an example of permutation. When no condition is given. Is the condition given that 3 of them should be females, others should be males? No. You have to just select out of 10 students, only 5 students. Okay, selection. So this is nothing but permutation. So here, as you can see, they have given us the definition of permutation. The ways of arranging or selecting small or equal number of persons or objects from a group of persons or collection of objects with due regard being paid to the order of arrangement or selection. म्हणजे आता what is the order? That 5 students have to be selected from those group of 10 students only. You cannot select any random 5 students. Here, the order is very important in this case. Okay, so this is an example of permutation. So now here they have given us an example. Let us first directly go to the example of permutation. See, here they have told us how many 3-letter words can be formed using the letters of the word square and hexagon. Okay, now first thing, when you see such a question, you have to decide whether this is a question of permutation or combination. How are we going to do that? I'm going to teach you. Okay. Before that, everybody, do you know what is a factorial? Suppose, first let me explain the concept of factorial before we take an example. If I say 5 factorial, okay, you have to find out the value of 5 factorial. So this is how 5 factorial is represented, or you can represent it as this. Both are factorial signs. Okay. Now when we talk about factorial, 5 factorial, start from 5 and go up to 1. So the value of 5 factorial is going to be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Can you tell me what is the value? 120. So 5 factorial is equal to 120. Understood the concept of factorial? Factorial means kya? You have to take that number and go into a descending order. Like take that number as the first number, 5, then 1 less than that 4, 1 less than that 3, 2, 1. So if I tell you, you have to find out 3 factorial. So how will you find out 3 factorial? 3 factorial will be 3 into 2 into 1. So what is the value of 3 factorial? Okay. Now can anybody tell me what is 1 factorial? And what is 0 factorial? 1. It cannot be 0. If it is 0, then sab 0 hi ho jayega na. All the values will be 0. We don't want 0. Okay? So you have to remember 0 factorial is always equal to 1. Understood the concept of factorial? Now if I tell you in this form, suppose I tell you n factorial. So how will you write n factorial in this form? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and so on. समझ में आया? What is a factorial? Give the heading as factorial. Write all these factorials as examples. Factorial. Give the heading as factorial because you should know this before you know the concept of permutations. Factorial is the key for finding out permutation. Okay, give the heading as factorial. Write down how a factorial is represented as, or this. Find out the value of 5 factorial, 3 factorial, then give the example of 1 factorial and 0 factorial. Remember, in this case, 0 factorial can never be equal to, it can never be equal to 0. So write down all these values, they are important. Also write n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 dot dot dot. It can further carry on. Okay? Finished? Now, as I was telling you, permutation concept. So let us take an example. Okay? Permutation is what? You have to select from a group a certain number of objects. So that total number of students in the group will be n. N will give you the total number of objects, total number of students. R will be the number of students which we are selecting. So in our case, I have told you an example that from a group of 10 people, we have to select only 5. Okay. So that is going to be the value of R. Okay. Did you get what is the value of N? N means total number of objects. R means the number of objects which we are going to select. Now here in this example number 2, tell me in the word square, how many alphabets are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so total number of alphabets, what is the value of n in this case? 6. How many 3-letter words can be formed? So out of 6, you have to choose any 3 letters. Okay. So now when we talk about 3 letters, these 3 letters are nothing but value of R. Understood what is N, what is R? Now it is given by the formula 6PR. Okay. So basically we know from the given example, we know that this is a problem of permutation. How do we find that out? Is condition given in permutation? Have they told you that you have to only select the vowels or you have to only select the consonants? Is there any condition on that? No. So whenever no condition is there, when you are selecting number of students, there is no condition, then we say it is permutation. Understood what is permutation, all of you? So NPR, write down the formula of NPR. N, it is written like this, NPR is equal to, can anybody tell me the formula from the textbook? N factorial upon N minus R factorial. The formula is given to us N factorial upon N minus R factorial. Write down this formula. N factorial, NPR is given by the formula N factorial upon N minus R factorial. So now let us take an example of this. So if we have to find out the value of 6PR, so 6P3 suppose. So what is our 6? 6 is N. So I'm going to write it as 6 factorial. Okay. What is 6 minus 3? 3 factorial. Now check how am I going to solve this. Okay. I'm not going to find out the value directly. What I'm going to do, I'm going to write this as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. upon 3 factorial. Okay, so this and this will get cut. So what is the final value? 120. So 6p3 is given as 120. Or we get it as 120 by using the formula. Understood what is N, what is R? Write down this example, write down this formula and then this example. कुठे? इथे ना, कारण इथे 3 factorial already is present in the denominator. Okay, you know what is the value of 3 factorial. 3 factorial is what? 6. So if we find out the value, it will become a long process. So we are trying to minimize our effort. म्हणून I have written 6 factorial as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. म्हणजे 3 factorial मला straight away cut करता येते. So I have not gone to 2 factorial and 1 factorial. ठीक है? So the value is 6 into 5 into 4. टोटल काढलं तरी सेमच येतं, पण जनरली आपण जेव्हा सॉल्व करतो दिस टेक्निक इज यूज्ड. सो आय टोल्ड यू हाऊ टू राईट डाऊन. ठीक आहे? अंडरस्टूड दिस कॉन्सेप्ट ऑल ऑफ यू? Written down the formula, written down the example. Okay, now if you see over here in hexagon, now tell me how many letters are present in hexagon? 7 letters. Okay, so we have to form how many letter words? 3 letter words. So how will you find out? 7p3. Okay, so 7p3 याने 7 factorial upon 4 factorial. Again do the same thing. 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial upon 4 factorial. So you can cut 4 factorial, find out the value. 210 is the value. Of 7p3, the value is 210. Okay? N minus R. What is N? 7. What is R? 3. 7 minus 3, that is 4. We directly learn. Okay? This is a very basic concept. Permutation combination कोणी केलाय in up to 10th standard, any board? 11th you have done for science. Okay, understood. Shall we move ahead? So basically permutation is used for selecting R objects out of total N objects, where order is important but there is no condition. Okay, so NPR is written as, if you see in the module, they have given the formula. Write down NPR is equal to N into N minus 1 into N minus 2 up to N minus R plus 1. Dot 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 up to N minus R plus 1. Write this down. This is an important formula which you should know. So NPR is given by the formula N minus 1, N minus 2, dot 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 up to N minus R plus 1. This is an important theorem. The number of permutations of N things when R things are chosen at a time is given as this. ठीक है? Now let us go to the results. यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आया? Whatever I have told you. Huh? Now, see here they have given us some results. Okay? The number of permutations of n different things taken all n things at a time is given by n factorial. So npn jab rahega, npn is always given as n factorial. So suppose मगाच्या केसमध्ये we have taken an example of hexagon. Hexagon मध्ये किती alphabets? How many alphabets? 7 alphabets. Okay. So from that, if we have to select all 7, so it will be given as 7p7, which is nothing but 7 factorial. Understood? This is result number 1. Write it down. npn is equal to n factorial. The first result is npn is equal to n factorial. Next will be npr. npr is given by the formula n minus r, n factorial upon n minus r factorial. The original formula which we have already written. Now let us go to the third one. Third, they have given 0 factorial is nothing but 1. Okay, 0 factorial is nothing but 1, and 1 factorial you already know, all of you. What is 1 factorial? 1. Okay. Now in example number 1, they have taken, find out the values of 5p3, 10p2 and 11p5. Easy. By using the formula you can solve. Second example we have already taken. So let us go to the third example. Now here, in example number 3 of the module, in how many different ways can 5 persons stand in a line for a group photograph? So now here, is the order important? Order kya hogi? 5 persons. But is there any condition given that from those 5 persons, this person should stand at position 1? No condition given. So this is an example of permutation. Okay? So permutation here, 5 persons are they can stand anyhow. Nobody's position is fixed. Okay? So that can be done in 5p5 ways, which is nothing but 5 factorial. ये समझ में आया? Any 5 persons can stand in any order. The order is not defined. So this is an example of permutation. Why I am stressing on this is because at the end, when permutation and combination come together, many students cannot differentiate between what is permutation, what is combination. So right now it is going to be very easy for you because we are just studying permutation. But every time I am going to express it in this way so that you understand why it is permutation. Okay? Now let us go to example number 4. First, second and third prizes are to be awarded at an engineering fair in which 13 exhibits have been entered. So can you tell me what is the value of n in this case? N is 13. Okay. In how many different ways can the prizes be awarded? So first prize, second prize and third prize. Yani how many prizes? From 13, you have to choose 3 prizes. So it is 13p3. So the answer is 1716 ways. Now why is this an example of permutation? Because first, second and third can be any person. Their position cannot be fixed till you award them. So from group of 13, you have to select any 3. Okay. So order is important. That order यानी क्या? 3 have to be selected. You cannot select only 2 or only 1. No. But you can select them in any which ways. Okay. Understood? Let us go to the next example. In how many different ways can 3 students be associated with 4 chartered accountants, assuming that each chartered accountant can take at most 1 student? What is the meaning of at most? A student has to be there. Can I say it? What is the meaning of at most 1 student? So minimum number of students have to be 1. Maximum can be any. So So that is done in 4P3 ways, because out of 4 chartered accountants, only 3 students are there. Okay, so it is going to be 4P3, that is answer is equal to 24. Understood? Here, all these different examples which are given in the module, they are very, very important. Okay, based on these examples only questions are asked. Am I going too fast? Are you understanding, all of you? Now let us go to example number 6. In example number 6, they have given you, if 6 times the number permutations of n things taken 3 at a time is equal to 7 times the number of permutations of n minus 1 things taken 3 at a time, find out the value of n. So यहाँ पे क्या दिया है? 6 multiplied by np3 is equal to 7 multiplied by n minus 1 p3. Correct? This is the condition that is given to you. 6 times यानी क्या? 6 multiplied by. So it is written in this form. Huh? Acha, you are not able to see it. Why? What happened? Okay. Now, okay. So it is going to be 6 multiplied by n factorial upon n minus 3 factorial. That is equal to 7 multiplied by n minus 1 factorial upon n minus 1 minus 3. That is n minus 4 factorial. हे कळलं सगळ्यांना? So now if you can see over here, n factorial upon n minus 3. How to write it down? Just check. 6 np3, 6 multiplied by np3 is equal to 7 multiplied by n minus 1 p, n minus 1 p, 3 na? 4. Okay, now check. We know what is the formula of np3. np3 can be written as n factorial upon n minus 3 factorial. That is equal to 7 multiplied by n minus 1 factorial upon n minus 4 factorial. Up till here everybody has understood because we have used the formula here. Okay. Now how to solve it further? How can you write n factorial now? N factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial. And what is in the denominator? N minus 3 factorial. So this and this will get cut. ठीक है? Similarly, यहाँ पे same thing, 7. What is n minus 1 factorial? How can it be written as? N minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 into n minus 4 factorial. So again the same thing. N minus 4 is going to get cut. Okay, and n minus 4 I am writing it over here. So n minus 4 factorial in the numerator and denominator will get cut. ठीक है? इधर तक सबको समझ में आया? Now next step. N minus 1 also I can cut here. Even n minus 2 can be cut. So 6n is equal to what? 7 multiplied by n minus 3. Now solve it like an equation to find out the value of n. What is the value of n? 6n is equal to 7n. Now multiplied with this 7 to each and every term inside the bracket. Minus 21. So what is the value of n? N is going to be equal to 21. समझ में आया how this is solved? Any doubt in this? Write it down. Write this example down, all of you. Write down this example, all of you. This is important. I hope this is clear. This example is important, which we have taken from the module. See, generally examples from the module are the same, only the numbers are different or the wordings are different. In the last paper, maths paper, the wordings are different, but the questions are from the same module. Okay? So they have not shown all these steps in the module, so please write them down. Understand them. If you don't understand, feel free to ask. So the value of n is nothing but equal to 21. Understood this, all of you? Shall I move ahead? Okay. Now next example. Compute the sum of 4-digit numbers which can be formed with 4 digits 1, 3, 5 and 7 if each digit is used only once in each arrangement. Okay. How many digits are given? 4. How many digits we have to select? So it is 4p4, that is nothing but 4 factorial, which comes out to be 24. Now they have given us one condition. Condition is that each digit is used only once in each arrangement. Okay. So all the 4 digits will occur equal number of times at each of the positions, namely ones place, tens place, hundreds place and thousands place, because it's a 4-digit number. Okay. So each digit will occur 24 upon 4, that is 6 times in each of the positions. नाही कळलं. Okay. 4 digits are 4 digits have to be arranged. म्हणजे एक digit समजा, let us take an example. This is thousands place, hundreds place, tens place and ones place or units place. Okay, and the digits are 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can form this digit by placing 4 here always. 4 is always present in the units place and rest I will arrange as it is. Or I can take this as, or I can write it down as Okay. So these are different ways in which a 4-digit number will be formed. So they have written the same thing over here, that each digit will occur at that position 24 upon 4, that is 6 times. The sum of the digits in one's position will be what? 6 multiplied by 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, that is 96. Similarly in tens place, so tens place मधला number आपण जेव्हा लिहितो, we multiply it by 10, because it is under the place value is 10. So we are multiplying by 10. The digit under 100 will be multiplied by 100 because it's 100 position place value. So the answer comes out to be 1,06,656. Understood this sum? Now here, next sum number 8. It is given that you have to find out the value of np3, which is given to be as 60. म्हणजे n ची value we have to find out. Total number of objects ची value. R ची value काय आहे? 3. And what is the exact value? 60. So use the formula of np3, which is n factorial upon n minus 3 factorial, which is given to us as 60. ठीक है. So n factorial आपण कसं लिहिणार? n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial upon n minus 3 factorial. So the n minus 3 will get cut. This equation will be formed n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, that is equal to 60. Now, how to find out the value of n? If you observe n, n minus 1 and n minus 2, they are consecutive numbers. Numbers which come one after the other. Those are consecutive numbers. Okay? So 60 से मी factors पढ़ ले. You have to form the factors of 60 in such a way that you get consecutive numbers. So that is 5 into 4. Is 4 less than 1 by 5? So that is n minus 1. And is 3 less than 2 by 5? So it is n minus 2. So 60 के factor ऐसे निकाले हैं so that you directly get the value of n, n minus 1, n minus 2. Solve it in this method only. Otherwise क्या होगा? Cubic expression form होगा. And then it will be difficult for you to solve. So don't solve it in that way. ठीक है? समझ में आया? Otherwise cubic expression can be solved. I have taught you one synthetic division method. You can solve by that method. But that will make the process lengthier. So use this technique to get answer fast. Understood? सगळ्यांना कळलं? Everybody understood? Now I want all of you to write down example number 9. It is very important. Write down example number 9. It is important. If you don't get it, please ask. Write down example number 9. It is very important. So here observe this carefully. They have given us 56 PR plus 6. So this R plus 6 is what? This. Check this out. If you don't understand, ask. Equated to find out the value of R. Finished? All of you? Any doubt? So the answer of R comes out to be 41. Is it right? Okay. Now these questions are important. We will solve example 11 and 12. Okay, everybody got the answer of R? Huh? Now example 11. In how many different ways can a club with 10 members select a president, secretary and treasurer? Okay. If no member can hold two offices and each member is eligible for any office. So out of 10 members, so that means value of n is 10. We have to select 3 members, president, treasurer and secretary. So that can be done in 10p3 ways. So आता इथे बरीच मुलं कन्फ्यूज होणार because of this. No member can hold two offices and each member is eligible for any office. But is that of importance right now? We have to just choose any 3 from a group of 10. That's it. Correct? So this example is an example of permutation. 10p3. Next, 12th sum. When John arrives in New York, he has 8 shops to see, but he has time only to visit 6 of them. So how many total number of shops? 8. N की value 8 है. How many can he visit? 6. So NP6, which can be done in N016, that is 20160 ways. 20,160 ways. Understood? 8p6 they have found out. And the 13th problem, when Dr. Ram arrives in his dispensary, he finds 12 patients waiting to see him. Okay. So how many number of patients? Number of patients are nothing but 12 patients. Okay. So if he can see only one patient at a time, find the number of ways he can schedule his patients. A, if they all want their turn first. Second, if 3 leave in disgust before Dr. Ram gets around to see them. Okay. So first condition. How many number of patients? 12. So value of n is 12. Okay. How many number of ways can he see 12 patients? 12p12, because he has to see all 12 patients. So that is done in 12p12 ways, that is 12 factorial. Okay. Now he can see only one patient at a time, but if they want their turn, so anybody can come before anyone. So there is no condition given. So that can be done in 12p12 ways. Second, if 3 leave in disgust, they are tired of waiting, so they leave. Okay. So that can be done in 12p9 ways. Why 9? कारण 12 मधनं 3 कमी झाले. 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. So total number of patients who are waiting to visit him are 9. So that can be done in 12p9 ways. Understood? सबको समझ में आया? Any doubts? आता काही नहीं है डाउट. 5C and 5D से लेके डाउट्स आएंगे, अभी कुछ नहीं आएगा. Now solve first 5. All of you solve first 5. We will be discussing them shortly. I'll give you some time to solve. So 4P3 is evaluated as, tell me the answer one by one. 24 option C. Next, 4P4 is equal to 4P4 is what? 4 factorial. So it is going to be 24. ठीक है? बघ बरं. आता 4 फॅक्टोरियल जर तू फॉर्म्युलाने केलंस तर कसं होणार आहे? 4 फॅक्टोरियल अपॉन 4 मायनस 4 0 फॅक्टोरियल म्हणजेच 4 फॅक्टोरियल ना, कारण 0 फॅक्टोरियलची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे? 1. ठीक आहे. So 4P4 comes out to be equal to 4 factorial, that is 24. Option B for question 2. Question 3, option A, 7 factorial is 5040. You can use your calculator to find out the value. Next, 0 factorial is a symbol equal to option B, 1. NPR, N is always N has to be a positive integer. In permutation and combination, negative integers are not there. They do not exist. So option is answer C. Next, NPR, the restriction should be, N manje kai, what is N? N is the total number of people. And R are the number of people which we are selecting. So N ki value always have to be greater than R. It can be equal to R, but it cannot be less than R. So N ki value will be greater or equal to. So option is B. B is the option for question 6. Okay. Now question 7, NPR is equal to N, N minus 1, N minus 2, dot, 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 up to N minus R plus 1. Okay. So find out how many number of factors will be there. What is the answer? Tell me the answer for this question. 7th one. How many factors will be there? N minus R? R. The number of factors are R. So R number of factors are there. Is it right? Now 8th sum. Do sum number 8. NPR can be written as, which is the correct option? Option A, B, C, D, which is the correct option? A is the correct option for question number 8. Now question number 9. So in question number 9, they have given us this condition. NP4 is equal to 12 multiplied by NP2. Use the formula. N factorial upon N minus 4 factorial is equal to 12 into N minus N factorial upon N minus 2 factorial. Now this we will solve. The 9th question. The condition given to us is np4 is equal to 12 multiplied by np2. ठीक है? So what is np4? np4 is n factorial upon n minus 4 factorial. That is equal to 12 multiplied by n factorial upon n minus 2 factorial. So n factorial gets cut. I can write this down as n minus 2 factorial upon n minus 4 factorial is equal to 12. Cross multiply. Cross multiply. So now we can write this down as n minus 2 can be written as can I write it down as n minus 2 into n minus 3 into n minus 4 factorial? Into n minus 3 into n minus 4 factorial upon n minus 4 factorial. So find out 12 factors, 12k factors such that they are a product of consecutive numbers. 6 into 2, is it possible? No. Consecutive यानी क्या? One after the other. So 4 into 3. ठीक है? So that you can write this down as n minus 2 into n minus 3. Consecutive means what? Numbers which come one after the other. ठीक है? So now directly equate n minus 2 to 4. So what is the value of n? Value of n is going to be equal to 6. So option B for question number 9. If you want, please write it down. ठीक है? Understood? How many total? 23. ठीक. np3 upon np2 is given to you as 3 upon 1. Find out the value of n. From the module from exercise 6a. np3 can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. Because what is the formula for np3? N factorial upon n minus 3 factorial. So n minus 3 will get cut. So this will only remain n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. Okay. Upon, what is the formula of np4? N factorial upon n minus 4 factorial. When again it will get cut. So what will remain? So what is the formula of n minus? Is it 2 upon 1 or 3 upon 1? 3 upon 1. This is given to us as 3 upon 1. So n minus 2 is nothing but equal to 3, or we can say the value of n is. हे कोणाला कळलं? नाही कळलं ना? मग का नाही विचारलं मॅम नाही कळलं म्हणून? मला माहिती आहे हे नाही कळलेलं. फ्रॅक्शन डिव्हिजन. आता फॉर्म्युला वापरा. व्हॉट इज द फॉर्म्युला ऑफ np3? I'll write it down again. np3 so I am going to write this down as n minus 1, n minus 2 into n minus 3 upon n minus 3 factorial. So n minus 3 will get cut. So this remains in the numerator. ठीक है? नेक्स्ट डिनोमिनेटर में क्या था, np4. np4 कैन बी रिटन एज which is nothing but n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4 factorial upon n minus 4 factorial. So this and this will get cut. Correct? आता मला करेक्ट है ना, काहीतरी चुकतंय का? टेल मी इफ देयर इज एनीथिंग रॉंग. आहे ना रॉंग. np2 आहे, कोणीच नाही सांगितलं मला. म्हणजे किती लक्ष आहे ह्याच्यावरनं कळतं. ऑल आर जस्ट सिटिंग, फिजिकली प्रेजेंट, मेंटली एब्सेंट. करेक्ट का? यस. np2 है, so that is n factorial upon n minus 2 factorial. Okay, so this and this will get cut, so this remains in the denominator, n into n minus 1. हे कळतंय का सगळ्यांना? Everybody is understanding this now? So value of n is equal to 5. Option C is the correct option for question number 10. कोई डाउट, कोई शक? डन? समझला? ओके. Now let us go to 11th question. m plus np2 is equal to 56. This is given to us, and m minus np2 is given to us as 30. Find the value of m and n. Okay. So let us use the formula for 11th one. M plus n p2 is given to us as 56. So can I write this down as m plus n into m plus n minus 1? Can I write it down like this? M plus n into m plus n minus 1. बघा. Now 56 से आपल्याला फॅक्टर्स असे पडायचे की दे आर कॉन्झिक्युटिव्ह नंबर्स, मीन्स नंबर्स विच कम वन आफ्टर दी अदर. आहेत का असे कुठले नंबर्स? व्हॉट आर द फॅक्टर्स ऑफ 56? 7 आणि 8. करेक्ट. So this is going to be 8 into 7. So can I say m plus n is equal to 8 as my first equation? ठीक है. Similarly, m minus np2 can be written as so this will become m minus n minus 1. Or I can write down 30 as consecutive numbers. कैसे होगा? What are the factors? So can I equate m minus n equal to 6? Solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously to get the values of m and n. So just by looking, 2m is equal to 8 plus 6, 14. So m is equal to 7 and n is equal to 1. 7 comma 1. No need to solve after this. You can just look at the options and then do it. So answer is option B. Answer for question number 11 is option B. ठीक है. Now 12th. 5pr is equal to 60. Find out the value of r. Now this is very easy. 12th one, all of you are going to solve and tell me the answer. Chalo. Solve and tell me what is the answer. So 5PR is equal to 60. Find the value of R. Option A, that is equal to 5PR is equal to 60. Find out the value of R. 12, no? Option A, 3. 5P3 is 60. Okay? Substitute in the formula and solve. I'm not going to solve this. This is very easy. Just use the formula and solve. Now 13th one is same solved as question number 11. Question number 13 is for homework. Do it at home. Same as question number 11. Now 14. The number of ways the letters of the word computer can be arranged. So computer mein how many alphabets? 8 alphabets. So we have to arrange this 8 alphabets. So they can be done in 8 ways. So 8p8, that is 8 factorial will be the answer. Okay, but tell me what is the value of 8p8 or 8 factorial? What is the value of 8 factorial? 40320. But that is not our answer. Answer is going to be 40320 minus 1. Can anybody tell me why minus 1? They can be rearranged. Rearrangement, how will you rearrange the numbers? C has to be at first position. Can you change that position? Yes, you can. Any which ways you have to do. So can anybody tell me why minus 1 we have to do? Other words can also be formed. Computer is one type in which 8 alphabets can be arranged in 8 ways. What is the next way? So that is fixed. Computer ek hoga hi. So that is subtracted. So that is why 40320 minus 1 answer is option B. कळलं का? नक्की? So answer for the 14th one, option B. Now 15th. The number of arrangements of the letters in the word failure so that vowels are always together. Can you tell me how many vowels are there in the word failure? Failure has how many alphabets? 7. How many number of vowels are present? A, I, U, E. 4. 4 vowels are there. Now 4 vowels are coming always together. यानी क्या? They can be arranged in 4 factorial ways. ठीक है? So what will be the answer of this question? Vowels are always coming together. So vowels may say first I can place A, I, U, E, or I can write it down as U, A, I, E, or I, U, A, E, or E, U, A, I. These 4 number of ways you can solve, and this can be done in 4 factorial ways. So 4 factorial into 4 factorial, answer will be equal to 576. 4 factorial multiplied by 4 factorial. Why multiplication? का है असं केलं कळलं? Correct. Total 7 alphabets. Out of this, A, I, U, E are vowels. Vowels are 4. So यानी 4 factorial ways में ये vowels can be arranged. Now these vowels can be arranged in any which way. This is the first way in which I have arranged them. I can write E first, or I can write U first, or I can write I first. Any which way is possible, right? So you have to again, there is 4 factorial because this can be done in 4 ways. And then you have to use the principle of, क्या हुआ हर्षवर्धन? हाँ. See, here you are going to use the principle of multiplication. Ata, what is that? Write down. When to use principle of addition and principle of multiplication. These are the fundamental principles of counting. Okay. Multiplication rule. Read this rule. If certain things may be done in m different ways, and when it has been done, a second thing can be done in n different ways, then the total number of ways of doing both the things simultaneously is multiplication. So simultaneously, together, and ये सब शब्द आए तो it is going to be a multiplication principle. So basically you have to multiply. Okay. और addition principle कब रहेगा? If there are 2 alternative jobs which can be done in m ways and n ways, then either of the 2 jobs can be done in m plus n ways. हाँ, म्हणजे आता इथे दोन्ही सायमल्टेनियसली होणार आहेत का जॉब्स? नाही. m वेगळे वेज आहेत, n डिफरंट वेज आहेत. ओके. Whenever there is or there is an alternative which you can choose, that time you have to choose the principle of addition. हे आलं लक्षात? These are the basic principles of counting. So when things happen simultaneously, use multiplication. When two different, this or this you have to select, then use the principle of addition. कळलं? नाही कळलं. Example लिहून घ्या. Write down an example. If you are choosing, write down. If you are choosing one shirt and one pant, म्हणजे one shirt and one pair of pants. If you are choosing one shirt and one pair of pants, the total number of different outfits will be, if you are choosing one shirt and one pair of pants, the total number of options or total number of different outfits is 6 multiplied by 4. Why? Because you're going to wear shirt and pant together simultaneously. So here we are using principle of multiplication. Okay. Now second is principle of addition. Principle of addition. Example I'll give you. If a car lot has 9 blue cars and 12 green cars. If a car parking has 9 blue cars and 12 green cars, and no car can be both blue and green. No car can be both blue and green. म्हणजे blue cars is a different group, green cars is a different group. That time you have to use principle of addition. Why? Because either you can choose the green cars or the blue cars. So जब और आएगा in between, you have to use principle of addition. ये समझ में आया? All of you? हाँ, yes, हर्षवर्धन, you are saying something. Correct है ना? ये logic. So it's इस logic से here in example number 15, you are going to use the principle of, so 4 factorial into 4 factorial will give you the answer as 576. Option A for example number 15. कोणाकोणाला कळलं, कोणाकोणाला कळलं नाही? सगळ्यांना कळलं? एव्हरीबडी हॅज अंडरस्टूड? So now apply it in question number 16. Apply the same logic in question number 16. Sorry, this was question number. So let us go to question number. So 15th is done. Now do 16th question. Please do question number 16. Ten examination papers are arranged in such a way that the best and worst papers never come together. Best and worst papers never come together. So the number of arrangements are. So यहाँ पे कौन सा principle will you use? Which principle? Addition or multiplication? जब and होता है, use the principle of multiplication. आता tell me, how many examination papers? 10. But the best and worst can never come together. So can I say they can be arranged in 9 factorial ways? So best papers and worst papers can be arranged in 2 factorial ways. And either best astil किंवा worst astil. Okay. And we are going to subtract 1 from 10. So total number of arrangements in which these papers can come together will be 9 factorial into 2 factorial. Check whether the answer is correct. What is the question that is asked? See, this is not the final answer. This might not be the correct answer. I am asking you a question. Think and answer. 10 question papers. Best and worst can't come together. So best and worst can be arranged in 2 factorial ways. Okay? How many are remaining? कसं काढलं? 10 minus 2? 8. So how will you solve it? 8 factorial into 9 factorial will be the answer. Option C for question number 16. सबको समझ में आया? 10 are the total number of papers. Huh? Worst and best can't come together. ठीक है? So worst papers एक type झाला, best papers एक type झाला. So 10 minus 2 केले 8. So 8 into 9 multiplication वापरला. Principle of multiplication because and is there. Next, question number 17. I hope everybody has understood. So the answer is going to be 8 factorial into 9 factorial, option C. Why not 9 into 8 factorial? Huh? Yes, Harshavardhan. Tell me. Tell me whatever comes to your mind. It's fine. Because I know that you think. So tell me. Think out aloud and tell me. ये सबसे easy logic है. This is the most easiest logic. But logic can be used in n number of ways. So how will what will be the other way? Write down the other way in which you can do the same thing. The number of arrangement that best paper and worst paper occur together. The number of arrangements that the best and worst come together will be equal to 9 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay. That's the exact opposite thing. What they have told us, best and worst can never come together. But right now what we are saying, best and worst are coming together. So that is going to be 9 factorial into 2 factorial. So the number of arrangements such that best and worst can never come together will be 10 minus 2, that is 8. 8 factorial into 9 factorial. Understood? Exact opposite. So there are two ways in which you can think. ठीक है? Both are correct. हे मी तुम्हाला थिंकिंग एक्सप्लेन करते हे कोणीही nobody will explain you how to think in maths. I am trying to explain this because I want you to think in different ways. Permutation combination हे फक्त use the formula and solve असं नाही आहे. It is based on your logic also. So think before you answer what is asked. Read the question 3 to 4 times. Understand, try to understand it in your own language, which is easy. Okay? In your mother tongue, which is always easy to understand. And then find out what has to be done. Understood? Now let us go to question number 17. Again the same thing. N articles are arranged in such a way that two particular articles will never come together. So can you tell me the number of such arrangements will be? N minus 1. N minus 2 into N minus 1 factorial, option A for question number 17. N minus 2 into N minus factorial, option A. If 12 school teams are participating in a quiz contest, then number of A's, the first, second and third positions may be 1 is. Magashi apan kelo hota. In the module, there is one question based on this. How many total number of teams? 12. What is the value of N? 12. From this, how many have to be selected? 3 positions. 12P3. Find out the answer. Tell me what is the answer of 12P3. 1320, option B for question number 18. 1320, option B for question number 18. Everybody understood this part? Any doubts? काय 12P4. कुठला सम होता 18th ना? 12P3 येणार ना? Good question. आता बघा, in order to make it easier, what can be done? 12 factorial, this is going to be 12 factorial upon 12 minus 3, that is 9 factorial. So this will be solved in 12 into so 12 into 11 into 10. What is your answer? 12 11s are 132. 132 into 10 is 1320. Please write it down if you don't understand. Please write this down. Now next, the number sum of all 4-digit number containing the digits 2, 4, 6, 8 without repetition. Without repetition यानी क्या? You cannot repeat any of the numbers. Okay. So how many digit numbers? 4. So what is the value of n for the 19th one? 4. Now here there is one formula. असे टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन जेव्हा जेव्हा येतील, यू कॅन डायरेक्टली यूज दिस फॉर्म्युला. आता हा फॉर्म्युला कसा आला, कुठून आला विचारू नका. जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस फॉर्म्युला. You will get the answer. The formula is, I am going to tell this formula, and Harshavardhan, if you can tell me how to solve, we will solve in that method also. Any other method? आता what is the value of n here? 4. So multiply it by 1, 1, 1 n times. So 1, 1, 1 will be repeated how many number of times in this case? 4. So what is 4 factorial? Write it down. 4 factorial upon 4. What are the sum of the digits? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. What is 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8? Multiplied by 1, 1, 1 4 times, because the value of n is 4. If the value of n is 3, how many times? 1, 1, 1. If the value of n is 2 times, 1, 1. So tell me what is the answer of this? 24 upon 4, because we know 4 factorial is 24, multiplied by 20 into 1, 2, 3, 4. That will give you the answer. So you can directly use this formula when such type of questions are asked. N factorial upon n into sum of the digits which are given to you without repetition into 111 n number of times. Answer is, tell me. Tell me the answer. 133230. Option D. Option D for 19th question. So असे कितीही number of problems आले तरी solved by this formula, it is easier. ठीक है? Now 20th. The number of 4-digit numbers greater than 5000 can be formed out of the digits 2, 4, 5, 6 and 7. No digit is repeated. So 4-digit number hai, correct? In which one of the digit will always remain fixed. Can you tell me why? 5 will always remain fixed in thousands place, because we want the numbers greater than 5000. So 5 will always be present in thousands place. So how many digits, 4-digit numbers which are greater than 5000 can be arranged will be, what is the value of n here? 4. Why? Because digits are 4, in which one digit is fixed. So how many are remaining? 5p3 multiplied, 4p3, because it's a 4-digit number. 4p3 multiplied by 3 will give you the answer. Ka 3, because those 3 alphabets can be done in any order, no? 5 is fixed. Okay, you are not understanding this. ठीक है. 4-digit number है, correct? Thousands, hundreds, tens, units. We want all the 4-digit numbers to be greater than 5000. यानी क्या? ये digit fixed है. 5 is fixed in thousands place. So rest can be arranged in 3 ways. Any 3 ways. 3p3. And now, since this position is fixed, you have to find out 4-digit number. So this is decided. 4p, and what will be the number of r in this case? 3. Why? Because one position is fixed, only 3 positions are to be filled. समझला है? Write it down. Write it down in this way. You can think and solve by other ways too. But I'm going to tell you the easiest way. चला 21st. 21st, 4-digit numbers to be formed out of the figure 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. No digit is repeated. Find out number of such numbers. So how will you solve this? Question number 21 is solved same as question number 20. So we are not going to solve it. We will move ahead to 22. The number of ways the letters of the word triangle. So उसका आंसर मैं बताती हूँ. Question number 21 का आंसर होगा 72. That is option A. काहीतरी चुकलं का? Okay. 21st का आंसर बताओ. 21st का आंसर will be 20th का आंसर ऑप्शन ए 72 है. टेल मी द आंसर ऑफ 21st. 96. ऑप्शन सी. Now let us solve question number 22. The number of ways the letters of the word triangle can be arranged. So in such a way that angle will always be present. म्हणजे angle has to be together. फक्त T R I के places you can change. T R or I के places you can change. So angle में how many different words are there? Alphabets in angle? 5. Okay. So this always remains together. So they will form one group. Angle will always form one group. Okay. So how many are remaining? T, R, I and a group. So it can be done in 4 factorial ways. So the angle word has always to be taken together. That is considered as one group. Okay. T, comma, R, comma, I, comma, angle. So this can be done in 4 factorial ways. Answer is 24 for option question number 22. कळलं? So जेव्हा this can be taken together असं जेव्हा असतं always it is a group. It is considered as one. कळलं? 23rd. The letters of the word daughter can be arranged so that vowels occupy odd places. आता daughter मध्ये total number of alphabets किती आहेत? त्याच्यामध्ये how many vowels are there? How many vowels? So 3 vowels are there and how many positions are there? Odd places मध्ये पाहिजे आपल्याला vowels. Odd places म्हणजे काय? First place, third place, fifth place, seventh place. Odd places. So total number of positions काय झाल्या? 5. Can you tell me why? So let us do example number 23. See, there are 3 vowels. And vowels always occupy the odd places. So starting with, let's say, this place. So this is a vowel. Again a vowel. अगेन अ वॉवेल. ठीक है. So basically in this way you can arrange them. बघा, because vowels occupy the odd places, two vowels occupy the odd places here. How many positions are there? So 5 positions can be done in 5 factorial ways. ठीक है. आणि out of 4 places 3 are vowels because these are consonants. No, यहाँ पे consonants होंगे dash केवल. And how many vowels are there? 3 vowels are there. So out of 4 places 3 are vowels. So this is done in 5 into 4p3 because here we are going to use the principle of multiplication. Check this. Here we are going to use the principle of multiplication. Yes. Three vowels are there. 4 positions are there. ये समझ में आया. Okay. Now total number of positions will be 4 positions plus 1 because vowels can be placed in any order. That order is not mentioned. So total positions अब होंगे 5. Those can be done in 5 factorial ways. Okay. Now we have to form a word such that the odd places are occupied by vowels. Okay. So it can be done. So 3 vowels are there. So out of 4, you have to choose 3. And here we are using the principle of multiplication. Why? Because both have to be done simultaneously. And म्हणून we are using the principle of multiplication. So 5 factorial into 4p3, tell me the answer. 5 factorial is 120 and 4p3 is 20. 2880. Option A for question number 23. I hope everybody has understood this. Okay. I think so we have finished with this exercise here. So let us start with we'll stop here for today. Okay, so we will be conducting our next lecture on Thursday. जमलं तर येणार आहे मी वेडनेसडेला, पण मी ते आदल्या दिवशी कळवीन. And Tuesday will be your test. Monday will be our test on chapter, sequence and series. ठीक है? So I think we'll stop here. Bye bye everyone.